So coming onto your back, bring your feet on the ground. Let the feet be wide and let the knees drop into each other. Really nice way to release the low back. And just take a few rounds of breath. Sending your breath all down your spine. Noticing the subtle sensation of heaviness in the hips. You might take a big breath in through the nose, letting your belly fill up with air. And release from the mouth. If that felt really good, do that 2 more times. Using the breath as an opportunity to come into the body, to get out of the mind, and to push the to-do list aside. Then on your next inhale, extend the arms along the ears. Stretch the body from one side of the room to the next. And bring your left hand to your right wrist, finding banana pose. Bring the legs to the left side of the mat. And so we're folding both legs and arms to the left side, stretching down the whole right side of your body. Take 3 big breaths there through the right side. Maybe with the exhale, you fold a little bit deeper. Guiding the right arm deeper towards the left with that left hand. And then inhale back to center, and same thing on the right side. And you can cross that left ankle on top of the right ankle if you want a deeper stretch in the left hip. And then 3 really big breaths. Feel that left lung expanding and contracting with each cycle. Good, and then inhale back to center and hug the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Massaging the back, massaging the hips. You can allow the knees to drop towards the underarms if you'd like, and maybe find rotation in the ankles. And then let's actually find a happy baby here. Hands to the outside of the feet, arms on the inside of the knees. And stay in stillness. See about extending the spine longer, trying to push the sacrum into the ground. As you do so, gently tuck the chin in towards the chest, lengthening the back of the neck. And then while you're here, see if you can guide the shoulder blades down into the ground. And notice as you do that you pull your knees closer in towards your ribs. Take a big breath in. And a release out. Good, and then extend the left leg, the left leg up to the sky and the right leg long. Rotate both ankles in one direction as you spread the toes. And so the right leg is still lifted a little bit, and then rotate in the other direction. Good, and then relax the right leg. Press the left heel into the sky. and press the hamstring into your clasped hands. That'll encourage your left hip to shift forward ever so slightly. Take a big breath in and breath out. We'll get into a little bit of core work. Lift the head and shoulders, lighten up on the clasp with the hands, point the toes, and switch the legs so that the hands are behind the right leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, switch. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Do that for 10. 8. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. One more. Good. And the next time your right leg is up, left leg is down, relax the head and shoulders, relax the left foot down. And then same thing, push the right heel in towards the ceiling, like you're trying to lift the ceiling up with that heel. Simultaneously pushing the right hamstring into the clasped hands. Take a big breath in and let it go. And then we'll do that one more time, and this time we'll go a little bit faster. Point the toes, lift the head and shoulders up, take a breath in, and exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Continue for 10, 9, see if you can lift the shoulders up a little bit more, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Relax head and shoulders down. Hands to the hamstrings, rock up and down along the spine. The poor man's back massage. One of my favorite things to do on my mat after a long day. We'll come into a tabletop position and straight into a downward facing dog, hips up and back. Keep the knees slightly bent as you rock the hips side to side. And then bring both heels to the left side of the mat. Straighten the right heel, the right knee, bend the left, sink the hips into the left side of the mat, stretching the right side of the body. Look under the right armpit. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale back to the center and over to the right side. Left knee straight, right knee deeply bent. Breathe into the left side of the body. Good. Inhale back to center. Breathe out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, tiptoe the feet to the hands. Halfway rise, tie the shoulder blades together. Exhale with a sigh, fold forward. Bring hands to opposite elbows and just sway side to side, allowing the spine to be heavy from the pelvis, the head to be heavy from the spine. Just allowing the whole day to release. There's nothing to worry about right now, nothing to do except for to be in your body, to be in this moment, and to feel whatever it is that your body is telling you. Pause in the center and release the hands. Bend the knees deeply and roll up one vertebrae at a time. The shoulders and the head will come last. And when you rise up, bring the shoulders up and down. So up towards the ears and then back down. And you can expand those circles by incorporating the elbows, like you're drawing circles on the walls. One more time. Good. Tadasana, palms by the side. Close the eyes and bring your dominant hand to the belly and the non-dominant hand to the heart. And spread your toes. Feel the feet grounded on the earth below you. Find a slight bend in the knees. And tie the thighs towards each other, engaging the pelvic floor muscles. Tie the navel in towards the spine. Soften the muscles around the heart. Take a breath in and a breath out. Let the breath all the way out. Pause at the bottom. On the inhale, breathe in just through the low belly and pause. Breathe in 2/3, expanding the ribs and pause. All the way in, expanding the chest. Pause at the top. Exhale from the mouth, releasing top to bottom. Do that again. Inhale 1/3, low belly. 2/3, expanding the ribs. All the way in, expanding the heart. And let it go with a sigh. One more time on your own. Good. Palms by the side. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway rise. On the exhale, just step the left foot back, low lunge. So left knee on the ground. Left hands are gonna stay on either side, or both hands are gonna stay on either side of that front foot. And begin to push the top of the left foot into the mat. Good, and then begin to tie the belly in towards the spine and lift up, hands to the thigh. Lean super into that front knee. Think about shifting the left hip down. So you should feel a nice stretch in that left hip flexor, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Keep the belly pulled into the spine and lift the arms up along the ears. We'll do some cactus breaths here. On the inhale, reach the arms up. And on the exhale, cactus the arms, opening the heart. We'll tie this into lion's breath. Inhale. Exhale, tongue out. Again, inhale. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale, arms come down. Left hand plants on the left, on the inside of that right foot. Walk the right foot out. Open up that right knee, falling to the outside edge of that right foot. Lift the right arm up. Good. 2 rotations of the arm. Just to really open through the shoulder sockets and move slow so as to feel every little crevice here. And then next time your arm comes back, stay there, bend that back foot, bend that back knee, grab the outside of the back foot. Keep the belly in and inhale, lengthen through the spine. Keep your bind. Exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper, allowing that right shoulder blade to melt down the back. Gazing over that right shoulder. One more breath in here. Breath out. Good. Inhale, release that right arm, release the left foot. Come down into a lizard pose. Down onto your forearms, palms flat on the ground. Rock the hips side to side. You can let the head be heavy, the chin to drop in towards the chest. You might close the eyes here. Just be, just feel. Noticing what is speaking to you right now. One more breath. Push up into the hands. The knee comes back into the center. Plant the hands down. Step into a plank. Lower the knees. Flip to the tops of the feet. Chaturanga with chest and chin towards the ground. Butt stays up towards the air. And then inhale, rise up for cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Big breath in. Let it go from the mouth. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, slowly walk the feet towards the hands. Halfway rise. Forward fold. We have 3 breaths here. Do what you like. You can nod the head, rock the body again, or maybe just stay in stillness. Good, back to the center. Release the hands if they're bounded and roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms come out and up, palms together at the top and hands down, heart center. Anjali Mudra. This time, place the left hand over the heart and the right hand over the left. Close the eyes. And just notice. You might notice a slight sensation of imbalance in each side. Maybe your right side feeling a little bit more open. Maybe you feel a little bit more grounded even on that right side. And then palms by the side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway rise. Step the right foot back this time, lowering the right knee. Both hands stay on either side of the foot as you push the top of that back foot into the mat. Pull the belly into the spine. And then rise up, hands to the thigh. Let the right hip sink down so that you sink forward into that front knee. And then really activate through the core as you lift the arms up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lion's breath. 4 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale, hands release. Hands on the inside of the foot. Left knee drops out. Right hand plants. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to do the rotation first. Rotate the left arm. My body was ahead of me. Breathe into the left side. And the next time that left arm is back, bend the right knee, grab the outside of the right foot. Looking over that back shoulder. Allowing the left shoulder blade to release away from the ear. Take one more breath in, lengthen. Breath out, twist. Inhale, release. Exhale, hand comes down to meet the right. Coming onto your forearms, flat palms. And then just rock side to side. Encouraging that left hip to open. To release what it doesn't need to hold. And then come to the center and just take a few breaths in stillness. I don't want to get out of this side. When you're ready, come up onto your hands. Knee comes back into the center. Left hand on the outside of the left foot. Step back into plank. Lower the knees. Chaturanga, chest, chin. This time, tie the feet towards the butt. Gazing down at the nose. Take a breath in. Exhale, release the feet, upward facing dog. Big breath in, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. With the forehead resting on the ground, rock side to side. Lift the right arm up to the sky, stretching the outside of that right shoulder. Drape it under the left arm, palm face up. And then to deepen that stretch, find a stretch in the left side. You can wrap the left arm around the lower back. Let your hips be heavy. If you're not feeling much, you can lean a little bit to the right side. I think both of us are needing this.
That's my water bottle, if you can hear that.
What?
The water, I'll tell you later, but it was making a funny noise. It wasn't me, it was that.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Okay, good.
All right, let's slowly come out of it and lift the right arm up and rotate the right wrist in one direction. And then the other. And then release it down, lift the left arm. Drape it under the right. Right arm can wrap around the low back. Breathe here. One more breath in. Breath out. Right hand comes down to, and then the left arm lifts up. And then release, finding a tabletop. Actually, let's come into Malasana squat. So I promised grounding postures. So of course, Tadasana is a really good one. And Malasana is another good one. Both pressing down into the feet. letting the weight of the body be heavy. And yeah, you can rest your palms together. And if you'd like to find some roundness in the back to really sink into this, you can let your chin drop into the chest and bring the palms to the ground, or the backs of the palms to the ground, letting the palms face up. Take 3 breaths here. Good, and then bring your hands back to the heart and just rock side to side onto the feet. This is also a really good posture for digestion and weight loss. And then you can open the arms, bringing the right hand on the inside, the right arm on the inside of the right leg, left arm lifts up. Bring your gaze up to the top hand. Take a big breath in to open up even more. Exhale, switch sides. Big breath in, open wide. Exhale, release, lift the hips to the sky, forward fold. Halfway lift, walk your feet even wider. Pigeon toe the feet so that the toes are kind of awkwardly turning in. And then bring the hands to the hips, rising up halfway. Clasp the hands behind you, either hands to opposite elbows or hands together. Forward fold. Letting the crown of the head guide towards the earth. Shift the shoulders away from the ears, down the back. Relax the face. Relax the jaw. Inhale, halfway rise. Bring the hands to the hips. Exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up. And walk the feet in towards each other. Eagle pose, our only balance posture. Let's start with the left side. Spread the toes of the left feet and left foot, releasing the toes one at a time, starting with the pinky, ending with the big toe. And then wrap the right leg around the left leg. Squeeze the thighs together. And then the right arm under the left arm. You can give yourself a hug, or you can find a full bind with the arms, bringing the right fingertips to the left palm. Lift the elbows up and the hands away from the face. See if you can soften in the mind, even though the body might feel constricted. See if you can breathe any more fully for 3 more rounds. Can you sit a little bit lower on the exhale? Good. Inhale, open the arms. Lift the right knee. Lift the arms along the ears. Good. And then exhale, release. Just close the eyes and find your Tadasana, palms by the side, and see if you notice any natural dissipation in that left ankle without rotating it or shaking your leg. Just noticing if that leg finds its ease on its own without you having to do anything. And then we'll try the right side. So spreading the toes. Releasing toes one at a time, starting with the pinky, ending with the big toe. So allowing the foot to take up space. Wrapping the left leg around the right. Squeeze the thighs together. Squeeze that top foot towards the right foot. And then this time, the left arm under the right. Finding your hug or full bind. Steady drishti gaze. A soft focus on one point in front of you. As you lift the elbows up and shift the hands away from the face. Soften and breathe. Sink the hips a little bit lower. One more breath in. Breathe out. Inhale, open up, left leg lifts, arms along the ears. Exhale, release everything down. Left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly. You can gently sway side to side or stay in stillness, whatever the body wants. But close the eyes. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower the knees, trot around the chest, chin. Squeeze the feet towards the butt. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Let's lift the right leg up to the sky and shift the right leg, right hip over the left, bending and straightening that right knee. Stretching the right hip flexor, psoas muscle. And then come back to the center, shift through, finding a pigeon. But staying lifted to start. Centering the hips and coming onto the fingertips in front of you. And then lift the chest and the gaze up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release the heart and then the head. So a little cobra undulation. Inhale, rise up from the back of the heart, head follows. Two more like that. Releasing with the heart, head follows. Inhale to rise. Exhale to release. And then stack your palms one on top of the other. Rest the head. Breathe into the right side of the body. Allowing that right leg to soften ever so slightly more with each exhale. And that's an allowing, not a forcing. Not a judgment if it doesn't happen. But it's an allowing of the leg to soften if and when it's ready. Using the breath as a message to those muscles that it's okay to let go. That they no longer have to hold so tightly. 3 more breaths. You might release a little bit more. Maybe just stacking the palms on top of the other. Inhale, rise up. Plant the hands, exhale, down dog. One-legged down dog with the right leg lifted. Give it a little shake out. And then release, and we'll switch sides. Left leg lifted, left hip stacked over the right as you bend and straighten. And then come back to center, shift through pigeon. To get into pigeon, sometimes I like to try to lengthen my back leg even more by lifting up onto the toes and lifting the back knee and then releasing it back a little further. Just help if you need it. And then lift up onto the hands. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and release. Palms stacked, forehead rest. This is the only place that you need to be. So if your mind is elsewhere, see if you can gently guide it back to the body with the breath. Two more big breaths. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down dog. Shake out that left leg. And then release it to meet the right. And come onto your seat and onto your back. So come onto your back. With the feet on the ground, we'll find 5 rounds of bridge flow, incorporating the arms. So the palms start by the side, palms face down. And on the inhale, we'll lift our hips, lift the arms up along the ears. Exhale, slowly release 1 vertebrae at a time, release the arms down. Inhale to rise, find a pause at the top. Exhale, release, pause at the bottom. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hold up. You can keep the arms as they are, or you can clasp the hands underneath you, tying the shoulder blades together more, lifting the hips a little higher. 5 breaths. You can bring the gaze to the belly and watch as it expands and contracts, as it rises and falls. It's a good way to keep the mind occupied. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale to release 1 vertebrae at a time. The soles of the feet together and the knees apart. Let both hands rest on the low belly. Notice what you notice. Be with what's there. Without any kind of attachment or judgment, rather with a sense of curiosity. What exists within you right now? And then tie the knees together and shift the hips to the left side of the mat for a twist to the right. Knees dropping to the right side of the mat. The left knee can stay stacked on top of the right, or for a deeper twist, you can find a bind, wrapping the left leg around the right. Gazing up or over to the left shoulder. And if you need even more, you can be your own physical assistant by bringing the right hand on the top of the left thigh, guiding the thigh out and down. And if you choose that option, just make sure that there's no pulling sensation around the nerves. That would indicate you're going overboard. But a nice gentle assist can help find what is actually naturally available to you. You're just providing a little bit of weight. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Let it all the way go. Inhale back to the center. Hips to the right. Knees to the left. Both shoulders planted on the ground. And again, if you're playing with that physical assist, the left hand on the outside of the right thigh, guiding the thigh out of the right hip socket and then down. Just a very gentle, subtle movement, subtle guidance. Two more breaths. Good. Inhale back to the center. And it's time for Shavasana. Allow the legs to extend along the mat, feet to relax. Palms by the side, or both can rest on the belly, whatever feels more comforting to you. And when you arrive, take a final breath in through the nose and hold it at the top. Sip in a little bit more air. When it's time to let go, let everything go. Just be heavy in the body, melt down. You've arrived at Shavasana. Make it count. Stay as you are, or come back to noticing the breath. And I have something to read to you. It's a portion from the book, The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. And it's about freedom. The prerequisite to true freedom is to decide that you do not want to suffer anymore. You must decide that you want to enjoy your life and that there is no reason for stress, inner pain, or fear. Every day we bear a burden that we should not be bearing. We fear that we're not good enough or that we will fail. We experience insecurity, anxiety, and self-consciousness. We fear that people will turn on us, take advantage of us, or stop loving us. All of these things burden us tremendously. As we try to have open and loving relationships, and as we try to succeed and express ourselves, there's an inner weight that we carry. This weight is the fear of experiencing pain, anguish, or sorrow. Each day we are either feeling it or we are protecting ourselves from feeling it. It is such a core influence that we don't even realize how prevalent it is. When Buddha says that all of life is suffering, this is what he was referring to. People do not understand how much they are suffering because they have never experienced what it is like to not suffer. And he concludes that chapter by explaining that the more we release ourselves from the bondages of our mind, of our monkey mind, those thoughts that just want to be all over the place, the more that our soul can be free, and the less that we have to suffer. And so that's where this practice resides, in quieting the mind so that our inner being can be free from the bondages of this tangible world. And so begin to slowly create movement, slowly awaken the body. You might notice how much more relaxed you feel now. You might notice a certain inner peace that exists within you. That peace which is always within you. Sometimes can requires practice or patience or time to find it. Roll over to your side and cradle the head with your arm. Come up to a seat with palms together at heart center. Anjali Mudra. Bringing all of that love and presence that you've been practicing right to your heart, to the center of you, that space that allows you to embody your highest form of connection. Take a breath into it. And let it go. That light and love within me sees and honors the light and love within you. Thank you for practicing with me today, Mary Lawrence. Have a beautiful night. Namaste.